Morning, friends. Today we are discussing about why most businesses fail. Most businesses fail. In fact, not all of them, but some of them fail because they fail to catch the trends early in their life cycle, and which is a very big problem because you're doing business, everything is going hunky dory, but you will not know how the business paradigm changes completely, when it will change, and what are the trends for the future diversification. So, as a businessman, as a startup CEO, and as a normal leader, if you fail to catch the emerging trends and make the corrective measure, then obviously after a few days or few years, your business is bound to face a lot of challenges. And this is one of the big reason why some of the businesses fail. And we are going to basically discuss what you could do to prevent this situation. Also, what are the various tools to identify how you can actually stay afloat, how you can see the early trends, start thinking about them, start making plans, and start making strategies so that you don't suddenly face a problem where the business paradigm has completely shifted, whereas your company is not fully ready. Therefore, let's move on to our discussion. And the first point is the market signals. The market signals are very, very strong points of giving feedback to all businesses. You see how your business function. Your business function in a way that you look at your top 100, top 500, or top 1000 clients, which are the bread, butter, and cream for your organization. You don't look at the mass appeal. You don't look at, even if you're in a consumer business, you look at your key distributors as your core clients, because the key distributors will buy from you and then sell it to retailers. So from your point of view, if you are in a commodities business, you will look at the distributor as your key client. So for any business, top 20, top 100, these are the key clients that people focus on, and they would like to basically go extra mile in satisfying these key clients. And if you do not have clear understanding of who are your key clients, then obviously your business will not even kickstart. So as a businessman, you have to first know which are your top key clients so that you can look at them. And then some of these key clients will actually start moving away, which is a clear market signal. So look at the market signal of what is going on, what kicks in, what works for you, what does not work for you, and how these key clients are able to leverage your products and services to basically make revenue for themselves. Now, many times these key clients are distributors, so obviously they will buy from you and sell it to somebody else, and then they will generate profit. However, there could be a key client which is known as the end customer. So how end customers will generate revenue? End customers generate revenue by basically making savings. So if they buy from you, obviously they will actually take your product or service in such a way that they actually incur a bit of savings, or they generate some sort of revenue by showing in their balance sheet that they have saved certain money. So obviously both sides of the coins are there, and therefore your key clients will give you this signal of what is going to work for them, and because their business will also undergo change and is affected by the market forces. So it's a complete change. So if something is going or changing in the market or going differently in the market itself will give you a signal which you must catch. What is the method of catching the signal? First of all, since you know that these are your key clients, top 20, top 100, whatever the key clients are, top 500, you must actually have some user meets and discuss openly various aspects and consider their feedback as a very valuable feedback for your business. So this is a very good method for generating market intelligence. There could be others also, news, reading news, etc. But then those inputs are quite generic, not very specific, because if you don't look at your customer needs, customer behavior, then the market analysis is very generic. So you have to get down to very specific, some sort of survey or discussion with your key clients to get the market intelligence in your business area. All right. So that is the first point. What is the next point? Next point is the social media insight. It's very important to understand and realize the power of social media. Even if you are in a commodities business which is not being sold on social media, not being promoted on social media, but social media actually do a lot of things for brand building today, especially today. In fact, social media is doing more brand building and reach out to the client more than the print or television today. Because on social media, if you are actually leveraging social media effectively, you can actually choose the demographic for your advertising or for your brand building initiatives. And even if you're not using social media today, the social media itself is giving a lot of inputs to you as a consumer. So even if you are a CEO of a mid-sized company or a large company, you are still a consumer of social media, where you are interacting with the people, your connections, maybe your key clients, using social media, telling them what is that extra that you're doing. Now, if you're not indulging in these kind of activities, then obviously you're missing the bandwagon. Now, if you look at some of these very large organizations, CEOs, they actually interact with their social media platforms. Especially, I can talk about Mahindra and Mahindra CEO. He is in the business of SUV manufacturing, trucks and jeeps manufacturing. But then, if you look at these social media, feeds, they are not talking about jeeps or his product or his business. They talk about social issues. What is affecting India? So I think he's doing a lot of brand building for himself by doing so. So similarly, like this, social media gives you a lot of input from your key clients and instantly, and it is like a summarized feedback, which could be used by you to understand the market knowledge. Also, it could be used as a tool for reaching out to your key clients or the type of customers your product or services are affecting, the people, and collect their direct feedback. Now, suppose you want to launch something new. Now, how do you basically collect the feedback whether this product is going to be useful for people across your market space? You can actually run various surveys. You can run campaigns. You can run advertising. Start getting this feedback using social media, and it's very, very easy. It can be done very easily. Therefore, realize the power of social media today in order to reach out to your key clients and also the intended end customers and collect feedback using social media. All right. So what is the next tool or technique which you can use to catch the trend early? And that is the using the data analytics to analyze whatever the feedback you got. Now, in any business, there are various aspects. There are financial, there are regulations, there are production, there are human resources. There are many issues, cash flow. There are many issues that you face on daily basis. So when it comes to analyzing data, because you get the feedback, and in any business, it's not only one-way stream. You get the feedback from all sides, whether external or internal. There could be internal stakeholders, that how your employees are behaving, what is their needs, how the customers are behaving, and the customers' employees are behaving. What are their needs? What is that they think about you? So whole lot of inputs are coming, and your employees will basically interact physically or through email or through phone with your key clients' employees. What is the type of interaction they are having? So all of these inputs coming from social media, input coming from government new announcements, input comes from various reports which are being generated by the famous analyst. All of this becomes part of your input. So it's not only one type of input. You have to look at input coming from all over the world, and it should be available at your doorstep, which is now very specific to you. Your data which you have collected as part of input is now available as a database. Then analyzing the database in terms of understanding where the trends are, that is a job of the analytics software, data analytics software. So in today's environment, it is becoming very, very important to use some tools, and don't look at understanding the spreadsheet. Don't spend your own time doing these things, because it's better to use the data analytics tool. Data analytics tools will be able to give you a very holistic picture of what is that you're looking for, because the data has come, but that is raw. And now you have to generate various reports which are very, very meaningful for your business. And therefore, data analytics has become the most important decision making system today. And there are ready-made data analytics tools which are there, or you can engage with a data scientist who can actually work for you in a very, very specific manner, in a like a fixed project. Utilize your data which is ongoing. I believe that the data collection has to be ongoing, because if you have more data, the analytics will be much more robust and will be very holistic. It will give you a very good report. It will start giving you projections not only for near term but also for long term. Understanding the the trends which are coming up in the market. So without the analytics tool, it will be very difficult for any business to make any trend analysis. So to do any trend analysis, you would need a data analytics tool, and these are not very expensive things. These are become quite low cost. So, I think for you it will be very good if you start thinking about these things, and the thought that matters. So start thinking, start implementing the these techniques, these tools within your organization. Now, up to what extent you want to go, you can decide based on your budgets. But then analytics can be very, very comprehensive, or it could be only used by the key people in the organization. But without the data analytics tool, it will be very difficult to do any trend analysis. So you get the input, but then you will forget it. But if you have a tool to capture all the inputs, then you can analyze it today. You can analyze it after 3 months or after 6 months. You can make projections for 6 months. You can make projections for 2 years. It will be a lot easier. Let's move on to the next topic, and that is industry news. If something is going on in and around your business area or your client's business area, you have to be very, very aware. In the olden times, people used to read newspaper, but in today's time, newspaper is not the effective method of providing you the latest information, because by the time it is published in newspaper, it is already stale. So the news travel via social media much, much faster and very quick. Now, because it travels faster and very quick, there is a threat of fake news as well. So when you want to basically understand what is going on in the world today, what is going on in your client place, what is going in your market area in which you're doing business, are there any new regulations? Are there it's just a news, or it has been implemented? You need to basically lift the curtain and analyze the current affairs as well, which are affecting your business. So one of the a good way of doing it is basically take the paid news subscription. Paid news subscription is most likely will not be giving you fake news. They will, since they are spending money in analyzing the news before they start printing on their media or on their handles, they will actually be very, very genuine in terms of providing you information. So paid news is something which you must look at. Now, there are websites which will actually specialize in removing the fake news aspects around one particular incident and giving you only the information which is very, very important for you. So make sure that you actually start reading the current affairs which are related to regulations, which are related to any supply chain issue, which are related to any geopolitical issues. But then also don't get affected by the fake news, and therefore it is important to get the paid news. Don't rely on the free media. In the olden times, when you used to buy newspaper, you actually had to spend money to buy the newspaper, because newspaper was printing, taking all the pains of printing the news, collecting, and then eventually sending it to you. So you were actually paying for the news. So why not pay for the news now? So get into subscription model for the paid news. You can choose whichever you want. There are several. You can actually identify which is the best work for you, and make sure that you rely on the paid news platforms and not merely look at any news which comes your way and then start thinking about it, because then this fake news scenario will take you in a wrong direction, which could be very, very dangerous for your personal success and also success of your business. All right, so look at the communication with the communities. Many times, we feel that whatever we are doing is not sufficient, and we want to reach beyond our own connections to get more holistic, picture. So start becoming the member of the communities. There are several communities which have sprung up, especially in the social media. So you can actually join those communities, because community of like-minded CEOs, community of emerging entrepreneurs, community of traders in a country. So there are several communities. There are groups which are available. In fact, to join a community, it's very, very simple today because of the social media. There are specialized people who are maintaining these communities and also ensuring that the community thrive. So, and this community can give you the holistic, feedback. Even though this community is not directly linked to your marketplace or your customer base, but then there are similar people just like your business, and therefore what challenges they are facing, what is that input they would like to give it to you, and things like that. So it's like a discussion forum. So if you join the community, it will be very beneficial, because you will be able to get a view from a third party perspective. And there are several groups on Facebook. There are several initiatives running on LinkedIn, also on YouTube. You can actually start joining these communities. Most of these communities are free. Almost 99.99% community are free, as long as you adhere to their guidelines. But there are few which are paid also. But you can choose which one works best for you, where you can find like-minded people doing similar business, and is there a community or a group for those kind of people. You can probably send a request and join. Why it is important to join the community? Because you will be able to join their webinars. You will be able to voice your concern, ask questions just in case if you're not able to get an answer, or just listen to the discussion which is going on in that webinar or a community discussion to see what challenges others are facing. Is it you uniquely facing the challenge, or it's the industry-wide challenge that people are facing? So from that perspective, the community memberships are important. So if you actually follow some of these guidelines, I have given you 5 tips today to catch the trends early. Then you will be able to steer your business in the right direction at the right point, and then there will be no surprises in your business. There will be no surprise because of the regulation or government regime change, etc., etc. You will be able to catch the trend and then steer in the right direction, make the strategic decisions which works for you. So friends, I'd like to say goodbye for today, and look forward to your comments. If you have any questions, feel free to send it across. Catch you again in the next one.